Welcome to Medicare Moments. I'm Catherine Watson, and I'm your host today. And I'm here live with Toni King. She is the author of the Medicare Survival Guide and the Prescription Drug Survival Guide. Toni is an expert in Medicare. She's been doing this for a long time, right, Toni?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We won't say how long, but just trust me, it's been a long time. Toni also is an author. She, besides being an author of these two books, she has a syndicated column in over 100 newspapers across the nation. That's really huge, Toni, and I know you reach a lot of people with that. People are constantly asking you questions. And today we're going to bring up one of the questions that you hear fairly frequently, I think. And that is, does MD Anderson accept my Medicare insurance? And this might not be MD Anderson. They may be talking about the Mayo Clinic or Johns Hopkins or some other clinic where they want to go for treatment. And they want to talk about that.
Sure. Everybody wants to know what happens if I get cancer. They don't realize how important picking the right plan at the right time is, and that you don't get a second time to do it. You have no do-overs on all this. If you've got a health issue, you got to answer all the health questions, and if you can't answer it, you can't make any changes. And it can really bring somebody to their knees. They don't think they're going to get sick, and then it happens. And that's what I see in the office when someone comes in that has leukemia or has pancreatic cancer or just found out they had kidney cancer, and their doctors are giving them clinical trial for a drug that's $1 gazillion bucks. And when I say $1 gazillion bucks, I mean serious dollars. We had a gentleman come in here about a month and a half ago. His prescription for the prescription is for SUTENT, Sutent, and it's for cancer of the kidneys, and it is like $18,000 a month.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Who can even afford that $18,000 a month?
Well,
I can't imagine, Toni. I mean, a year would be hard to stomach.
But this is a month.
Yeah.
And that's why clinical trial, I wrote an article about clinical trials in Medicare. It doesn't matter what you get the clinical trial for. If Medicare is going to pay for that clinical trial and you're on original Medicare, that's Part A and Part B. That is not a Medicare Advantage plan. That's being marketed to you very heavy because the insurance companies are making the money from Medicare. If you're on original Medicare and you've got a Medicare supplement, your clinical trial is going to be picked up for that serious prescription. So people need to understand that. All these companies got started with the clinical trial. Xarelto, Eliquis, Symbicort, Spiriva, Humira. Do you know what the cost of Humira is now?
I know what it was a few years ago because my mother-in-law was on it, and it was not cheap.
Wasn't pretty, was it?
Yeah, it was about $600 a month back then for her two shots.
Well, you're lucky.
No, $600 per shot. That's what it was, $600 per shot.
You know how much it is now? It is $5,000 a month for Humira.
That is just unbelievable.
That's why original Medicare, you can't compare it to a Medicare Advantage plan. If you've got cancer, then you can go anywhere nationwide and have that cancer treatment as long as they're accepting original Medicare and they're working with it, you know? So that's what we do in the office. I personalize your Medicare. I'm not here for an insurance company. We are here for America. We're here for the baby boomers. We're here for Americans. And we work hard to make a difference in your life, to make it a smooth transition. You know that, Catherine. You've seen me from the beginning.
Oh, yeah. You've helped a lot of my friends. You've helped a lot of my friends. So,
So that's why we were discussing cancer. What do? You know? So when you're getting on Medicare for the first time and you get a Medicare supplement, you got a 6-month window. You can get that supplement without having to answer one health question. And the cost of it, you can't imagine what the cost is going to be. It is simply not that expensive compared to what you're receiving. Where with an Advantage plan, people are buying it for silver sneakers, or they're buying it to get a discount for going to the gym or whatever they want it for. And then they get sick and they can't go to the skilled nursing facility they want. They can't pick the rehab facility they need. They can't go to the cancer center that they want. They're limited.
Exactly.
Very limited.
Very limited. I've seen several situations. In fact, I had a friend whose mother, rather sister, was on hospice or needed to be on hospice. And they had a dickens of a time trying to find a hospice company that could see her where she lived. There just weren't very many in her area that took the Advantage plan that she happened to be on. So that's a problem.
It's a big problem. It's a huge problem when you get sick. So people need to take time and you need to research it. First thing I would do is talk to your doctor. If you have cancer, and that's what we're talking about today, going to cancer centers and whatever you're doing, talk to the social worker. Talk to the person who files the claims. Find out what is your best option to go with. They will tell you. They know it better than you know it, I would say.
Yeah. I think so too. This is really eye-opener, Toni, for a lot of people, because a lot of people, they're just inundated with so much information that's being sent to them and phone calls and all of this. And like you said, there's a lot of insurance companies that are out there. And guess what? They're pushing what they have, right?
They're pushing what they're selling.
And what I love about you and your team is you work with all of the different plans. So it's about what's best for that particular person, not what's best for your pocketbook.
And sometimes we don't even make a change. The people come in, they have retiree benefits, they're great retiree benefits, but we show them how to use their prescription drugs the right way. That your prescriptions is what's most important, because if you get in the donut hole, you are not a happy camper. Exactly. So number one, if you've got cancer, and that's what we're supposed to be talking about, is what happens if you have cancer. Talk to your doctor. Don't talk to your friends. Don't ask them what their opinion is, because at the end of the day, they are not going to pay your claims. You got to take care of them yourself. This is not a popularity contest.
No.
This is making sure that your 401k is going to last you and for the next 30 years, 40 years that you're retired. That's amazing.
And, Toni, I think it's important to have that conversation before you turn 65 with your spouse and with your family about what your wants and needs are. If you were to get cancer, say at 65 or 66, what would you want to happen? Would you want to have choices? How would that look? Is that important to you? For most people, it probably is, but there may be some people that say, no, I wouldn't have the cancer treatment anyway. And so they're okay. But for the ones that do want to be able to have all of the options open to them, they need to be able to have a plan that will do that.
That's right. And now when you go and have surgery, they have someone who sits down and talks to you about those end of life issues. And that's something we can talk about on another Medicare moment. But for right now, if you're someone that's concerned about your Medicare and you want to know what to do, you can email us. And I know you've got our email. You can either email me at info@tonisays.com, or you can email me at info@abbsforyou.com. We have two emails.
So the address is info@Toni, TONI, says, SAYS.com. And the other one is info@abbs4u.com.
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. abbs4u.com. I'm going to put that up on the screen right now so they see it. Just quickly before we leave, we're about out of time, but I want to tell people, what is ABBS, Toni? What does that stand for, and what does it do?
What is ABBS? That
Yes.
is American Baby Boomers Society. And what we have done is I've taken all the articles and videos and webinars that we have done, and they're all in the right area, and you can go through it. And when you go through all the classes, you graduate from Medicare University, and guess what? You are a happy camper. So that's what ABBS is.
So
ABBS for you.
It's an online course, right? That they can take anytime they want to. It's 24/7. So the courses are accessible to you. If you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you can't sleep, you can go in and watch one of Toni's courses and get the information you need so you can go back to sleep and get a good night's sleep and stop worrying about this Medicare stuff.
That's right. Right. That's right. Right. Well, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it.
Being on the show, and we will see you next time. If you have questions in the meantime, do email those to Toni or contact us on the Facebook page. We have a Facebook page for both abbs4u.com and for tonisays.com. So you can contact us via our Facebook page, or you can email Toni, pick up the phone and call us. Any way you want to contact us, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks, Toni.
Thanks you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.